And I need my brush. Let me get that's a little too wet. I think I'm just going to. I know I got another brush here. Here's the brush I need right down here. Let me grab it. There we go. This will be perfect. This is what I needed. I guess that's about a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch brush. I think that's a 1/2 inch because this is a 2 inch. Yeah, so this is a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. And it's a junky brush. I think it might have been like 20-30 cents or something like that. You can get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. Let me get a little bit of this. And I'm just going to paint it over it. Get it over this stuff too over here. It kind of seals a lot of that stuff in, especially this tape over here, so it don't peel up on me. Now remember, this is just matte medium and marble dust. That's all it is. Don't necessarily have to do this, but I want to do it because what's going to happen is I'm going to sand it. I'm going to do a light sanding on it, and it'll be nice and smooth to work on, to throw down some paints and whatnot over the top of this. So anyway, let's let this dry. Alright, so got some blue on the paintbrush there. A little too close. Anyway, I got some blue. It is, what color is this? Mineral blue. There we go. So this is what I'm going to be using to kind of throw in some shading here and there. Alright, and I opted not to sand it, actually. I was thinking about sanding it, but then I was just like, heck with it. You know? It ain't too bad. I want it to be kind of rough anyway. There we go. Yeah, just kind of plopping some color in here, just kind of see where I end up. Kind of like that drip coming down here. It's there we go. Just let it drip on down until it gets to the very edge, and then I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it right quick. It's coming down here. Alright, so I caught it. Nice. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. Let me blow dry this right quick. Alright, yeah, I forgot to mute it there, so it got loud for a second. Yeah. So I'm just kind of hinting at what's going on under here. And then I'll come back in, some highlights and whatnot. There we go. Might have to get some dry brushing going on in here too. I'm a huge fan of dry brushing. Alright. Now, let me get some red. I want red? Yeah, I want a little red. But it ain't straight red. What I'm using here is a red oxide. Yeah, it's red oxide. I think this arrow is going to end up being red, so that'll be cool. But for now, let's just kind of put some red in here. There we go. It's starting to feel kind of nice. Let me get this big brush. Go ahead and pull this paint in there. Yep. Almost done. There we go. Bam. Kind of cool. Maybe bring it all the way up. There we go. Yeah, why not? Bring it all the way up again. All the way up again. That's a southern term, so again. Against it, again it. There you go. There's your little bit of vocabulary for today. Again. There we go. I like that. That's looking good. Gotta make sure I clean this one up real good. freeform it. This is a nice brush. Alright. So we got that. We'll need some white. I got some white here. Let's see if I can do something with this white that I got. There we go. Alright. Well, this is kind of chunky. Just real chunky. Stuff's kind of dry, so let's just see what we end up with. There we go. It's kind of fun. A little water in it. Just a little, not much. Oh, put my hand in it. It's never good. Yeah. Alright. Kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, it's just kind of messy and in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Don't want it perfect because we're just having fun. This is a fun. Now what I need is a bit of yellow. I don't have any yellow paint right here, so maybe what I'll do is just kind of, well, can't do that either. Alright, I gotta go get some yellow paint. Be right back. Alright, we got us some yellow. Don't really have the best brush to put this yellow down with. I'd like to have a different type of brush, but anyway, we'll do with what we got. Alright, there we go. Let's put this hair in here. This yellow is nice and thick. Ooh. It's old too. Probably 20 plus years old. Oh, anyway, whatever. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I just need a little bit bigger of a brush so I can really lay this in here. I want it to be nice and thick so it stands out. Yep. I'm even gonna lay it down so you can see the brush marks and the texture. A little more visual detail. There we go. It's kind of nice. Definitely stands out. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I got everything pretty much blocked in with how I'm thinking for this piece. Might be a few other little things going on here that I want to change up. Definitely some stuff that I want to just kind of maybe clean up a little bit. But for the most part, I'm kind of liking it. And I like that it's just rough. Rough. But I'm going to let this dry, and then I might go back in here with some ink and give it a little more detail and pop. Yeah? So let's just let this dry for a little while and we'll get back to that. Alright, so kind of getting to where I need to start fleshing it out to really just make it kind of a finished piece right now. I got my ink pen, or my brush. It's one of them Pentels. I really love these things. I use these all the time. So I'm going to use this to add a few details in here to kind of make it pop a little. So let's just see how it goes. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Don't mind this. Looking pretty okay. There we go. Kind of like that line I just made there. It's nice. That's cool. And again, this is just quick and sloppy. It's just, I'm trying to just tell the story quickly. It doesn't have to, nothing has to be perfect here. I like that. Now's the time when I think I'm about done, but I still feel like it's missing something. So you kind of got to live with it for a day or so and see if anything just hops out at you, you know, jumps out and says, hey, 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 you need to kindly do this. So I'm sure something's going to do that. But for right now, I just need to kind of live with it. But I do see something. I think I'm going to see here. I just want to kind of, yeah. Yep. This is, sometimes, you know, you just got to go with your gut. Make something kind of interesting over here. Yeah. Get a pencil here. Yeah, kind of like this right here. Just needs, sometimes it just needs something, you know? Hmm. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. this. Yeah. Yep, I'm just going to let it sit for a little while and then I'll come back to it. So, it's a new day and I've had a minute to look at this. You know, keep coming back to it. I've definitely noticed a few things I didn't really care for in it. So, I'm going to fix those things and do a few more little bits to it that I think will make the overall piece a little stronger. So first off, I didn't draw the straitjacket right. This whole time I was like, man, there's something weird about the straitjacket. It ain't looking right. Well, didn't draw it right, so that's why it don't look right. Anyway, there's an extra strap. When the strap comes right up the middle here, it comes underneath this buckle, and there's another buckle with a strap that hangs out. So I'm gonna do this. There we go. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna paint. Get some acrylic. Some gesso. I'll just get gesso. Go. Gesso will be fine for me. Alright. Alright, let me get this brush. Alright. What did I just do? Oh, I ain't got no paper towel. Hold on a second. Oh. No, I got it. Alright. Got my paper towel. Alright. There we go. Alright, now let me just paint right over this. Like so. There we go. Bloop. Need that big goblin there. What the heck that is. Alright. Alright, there we go. Do a little something here too. Let me do a few more highlights in here. Kind of sell this a little bit better. Alright, there we go. I'm happy with that now. I'll wait for it to dry a little bit and then I'll do another little thing to it. But in the meantime, the arrow, I need the arrow to stand out more. So I'm going to get this red, Methylene Crimson. I mean, it is bright. It's like fire engine red. I want that arrow to stand out a lot more. So I'm going to use this red and just go right over the top of this. Now what'll happen is there's a lot of dye in this type of red, and it'll be really hard to clean the brush. It'll pretty much dye the bristles a pink color. Because this is a synthetic brush. And I had to get a different brush from downstairs, an acrylic brush, so I could do certain types of detail on this. There we go. I'm going to do it nice and thick. Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot better. Good and thick. That's how I want this. And a lot of times when I just want to paint straight color, I just take it right out of the jar or the tube, whatever it's in. I don't even pour it out anywhere and use it. I just, it's no use. I'm just gonna do straight color. Just take it right out of the tube. Might as well. And I do that a lot. Like I'll just paint with straight color, just because it kind of makes things more loud and garish. Again, it just matters what your end effect is, what you're wanting the end effect to be. And for me, with this, I just want it loud and garish. So there you go. Straight red. And I can lay it on thick too. Get that extra texture. It'll look really good when I scan it in. At least I think it does. A lot of people are like, oh, it's got to be perfectly flat. Like, nah. I don't want mine perfectly flat. There we go. So there we go. Fixed 2 problems. Well, not really problems, it's just the way I want it to look. So, alright, give me a second to wash this thing out. Like I said, it'll be a little hard. And like I said, it'll stain your brush. So, whatever. Whatevers. What do I want to wear? Oh, okay, yeah. Also, the pants color. This is another one where I'm just going to squeeze it right out the tube and paint with it. I just want a hint of color down here. There we go. It's kind of nice. Just a little hint of stuff going on here. There you go. Kind of like that. Yeah. One little more thing here. There. Just a hint. Don't have to do the whole thing. If you notice, it's still pink. Like I said, it's just there's a dye in the red. A little yellow. Now this, I need a different brush for a little smaller brush. Because I want to show that the hair is also on the other side of the arm sticking up, so that's what we're going to do. There we go. So it's also sticking up on the other side there. I'll also get a little bit of brown to mix in with it. Give it a little more depth. Grab a little bit of this. Pour this out. Just a touch. Alright. There we go. Kind of cool. Get a little water on this. There we go. It's amazing what a little bit of water can do to some paint. There we go. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, something I gotta do to the bottom down here is these bricks are just too square, so I'm gonna let me get that other brush. So I'm gonna use some white. It's beautiful titanium white. Shouldn't have done that. Alright. Straight out the tube. Let's do this. Yep. Just don't want it to look so obvious what I'm doing here with these bricks. You just need a hint of bricks, not, hey look, here's some rectangles. Yeah, because that just looks dumb. Now hint at bricks with texture over here a little bit. That'll be kind of cool. Come on. Alright. There we go. So that's looking a little bit better. Now I just got like the hint of bricks down there. That's a heck of a lot better. Alright. I might actually do a little more of this texturing up in here. Yeah. Be a little thicker. There we go. See how that looks good too. just subtle things. Sometimes subtle things are some of the best stuff to do. It really helps out a piece overall to do subtle things sometimes. Mm-hmm. Now I don't want the piece to be too complete and done, just because I'll probably want to come back and do things to make it kind of gel with the pages next to it. Like I'll see something going on the next pages, and I'll say, "Oh, I want to bring that texture, or that pattern, or something into it." So yeah, I just want to kind of get it to where it's almost there, almost. If you like what you see in here, give us a like, share, subscribe. Also go on over to the Skitscomic.com website. All videos show up there a week before they ever hit YouTube. While you're there, pick you up a comic book, print, or go ahead and get you an original piece of art. Lastly, go over to Indiegogo.com and sign up for the book that you're actually watching being made right now. Thank you and have a great day.